Hey guys, Andrew here from Tesla IMO, and today we're going to do hopefully the final accessory video for the Tesla Model Y. We picked up a couple extra things that we think will come in handy and that you may need for your Model Y if you're thinking of taking purchase of one. Same thing for your Model 3. So let's get started on this video. Here's a view of the accessories that we picked up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra things, and we are going to start with, let's just go with the first item here. So this one, I'm sure you recognize this base. This an organizer tray. Now I don't have a good light in here, but what it is we found that we had a lot of accessories in the car that seemed to be going all over the place, and so we picked up this organizer tray from Amazon. I'll send you a link at the bottom, and let's go and pop this thing on the inside to see if we can make our life a little bit easier. So if you're like most people, usually, you know, you got a lot of junk in your car. Typically a Kleenex box that you don't need, sunglasses, controller, cables, controller. What else have we got in here? We gotta have a bag of chips for when you're on the road. Always carry a stuffy just in case you need to fall asleep somewhere. Usually when you're going, you take a nice bottle of wine with you for a drink if you get thirsty. And if you get hungry, you need some protein before the big game. Yeah, take a banana with you. And last but not least, usually you're stuck with, you know, a gazillion amounts of change. So this tray that we picked up from Amazon, it's got a couple of universal features. Obviously you can see there's a little hole down there at the bottom that allows for some additional cables to come through. There's a clip on the side for sunglasses, and the benefit of this tray goes into the front, slides in like so. There's two separate sides, 1 and 2, and this actually slides forward so that you can still access a secondary area underneath. And so the benefit of that, as you saw, we've had all that stuff in there, the chips, the wine, the Kleenex box, the stuffy and all that. And so now that we've taken all that out, let's put everything back. So as you know, we had a huge box of Kleenex that fits in there nicely. With that big the stuffy, like, it just makes everything seem to fit a lot better. Stuffy fits in like that. That big bottle of wine, look, even into the front now, nice and smooth. The banana we had, like these bananas just fit amazingly perfect. Just put that there, can have that for my game. The cables that we had before, nice and neat, wrapped up, tucked in. We got the, you know, that big bag of chips that we had. You know, when you get the munchies, just slide that in there like that. You got some sunglasses, and put those on top, like so. And you know, the controller, you know, these controllers are pretty bulky. You can't really change the size of those. So we'll sit that back in this shell there. And with that, I can put a couple extra things. You know, given what we're going through with the COVID and that, you definitely need your hand sanitizer. I'll slide that on top there. And, you know, I'll even throw in, you know, a little Tesla car on top of that. And so with all that, I've saved all my compartment space. I'm able to, close the lid and close the armrest console. And now look, it's not overbearing, it's not overwhelming, and I have a lot more space. All of that fits in here, what we used to have before. Pretty amazing. So I definitely recommend you guys pick up these consoles, or these storage compartment consoles. Tesla does have some, one for both the front and one for in the back here as well. If you can get it online, grab it, and it'll help you guys out a long way. And with that, as you saw, we had change floating around in the back, in the other console area. You know, now with all this change that we put in, we just nicely stir it onto one side. In it goes. I can still slide this forward. I can put some extra goodies down there if I want my extra long cable. In it goes. And it's nice and clean and organized. Pretty neat. All right. Let's move on to the next accessory. Okay, so let's pick out the next accessory here. Let's just go with this one in front. Ooh, nice sleeve. Perfectly wrapped. It's nice red string at the top. It looks like we've got, I'll pop this back down. Open it on this side. Open it up. We have what we call the Tesla tumbler. And this is a water bottle or a hot drinking bottle. Opens it up. Nice cap. I like the black finish. Doesn't come in white. Stainless steel on the inside. It's like a thermos. Keeps it cool. Made by Mizo, which is a pretty reputable company. We picked up this is because we're typically drinking, you know, either bottled water or filtered water from the fridge. And one of the main reasons we got this was because when we're in the Model Y, we found a lot of things moving around within the water bottle holders. As you know, it comes with a couple of cup holders at the front here. And when you put these water bottles in here, you know, they're not deep enough, so they kind of move around quite a bit, actually fall through the side. So we looked at, you know, a couple of options online for the spaces that they go in there, but they kind of look a little bulky. One of the ones that we did pick up, it was a little cheap and flimsy plastic, and so we ended up going up with a tumbler. And with the tumbler, these fit in perfectly. Very little movement. They fill in the space, and you can definitely get 2 in here at a time. Perfect for drinking, obviously for both hot and cold liquids. You got to make sure you pick up the right one if you want to have your coffee in here and or a cold drink, because they do sell 2 different types. One's a travel mug, one's a tumbler, and the tumblers are able to take hot and cold beverages. I like the logo, I like the sleekness, blends in with the console section. Alright, let's move on to the next video. Let's move on to, let's just jump into this one here. Okay, in this box, this is what I've been waiting for. So we've been waiting for this item for quite a while. This is the Tesla paint repair kit. Now, as you know, unfortunately, we do live up here in Canada, and some parts of the northern United States, they do get a lot of snow, and so you could get some damages to your Tesla, typically at the front end. And so even when we picked up the car, we noted some damages, or sorry, paint scratches there on the inside of the hood on the bolts. And so you'll see a benefit of this app is that I can actually open the trunk here remotely. Yes. Boom, pops it open. I'm going to lift it up, and so this paint repair kit that we're going to use is multi-component. You can see here on the bolts some of the paint has been stripped, and so we want to use this repair kit obviously to touch up some of those areas. I'm not going to do it today, but you'll see paint repair kit comes with a set of instructions, a microfiber cloth. It comes with what we call the paint. It also comes with that opens up nicely, the blending solution, and as well as a squeegee tool, nice flexible squeegee tool just to push that paint in. We probably won't go to that detail on the inside of the car here, but what we want to do is we definitely want to protect our car just in case anything starts to corrode. Now I know most of this car is made of aluminum, so it shouldn't corrode, but we definitely want to touch up those 2 bolts. And you know that like I said, we have this car wrapped, and so I don't foresee any problems getting onto the front of the car, but it could penetrate the wrap in some areas. And so now we have this paint touch-up kit or repair kit just for that. And if we get any of the nicks when we go skiing in the winter, we're loading stuff into the back, if any of the bumpers or the sides get scratched, we're ready to go with that. So that's a pretty good accessory to have on hand. These are usually readily available at the Tesla website, so that's pretty cool. Alright, that gets that one out of the way. So we are down now to 4 packages, and I think we'll just go back with this next package here. So this special package, you may or not see that, depending on the light. It is the Tesla USB thumb drive. And so you may think, well, what's the benefit of this key? Why do we need it? You already have one in the car. Well, this is a 128 gig thumb drive, and we found that as opposed to having, you know, Spotify running and other things as such, I would like to put our music onto this drive. So we're going to use this key. We're going to load on some music from the internet and from some of our old CDs. We do have some tapes, but that's not going to work. So we're going to throw on some CDs to that. And so let's take this one with us. And we'll show you how this goes inside the car. Okay, so we're inside the car. This is a pretty straightforward install. Once you've loaded up your music and add onto the thumb drive, I'm going to show you some pictures on how to do that on the video. Obviously, take the key back out. Pretty straightforward. You open up your compartment here, and as you know, we have this adjustable tray, which I do recommend you get. This slides forward, and this is a USB-A connection, so you will need to get an adapter from a USB-C to a USB-A adapter so that you can run this drive. This drive doesn't go in, unfortunately, Tesla up, it goes Tesla down. It plugs straight in, and there you go. Once it's in there, in place, you then can come up to your section. You'll see on the menu that this USB icon pops up. Usually it stops at tune in. You get all the other ones, but this USB icon pops up, and then once you tap that, it'll then display all of the music available on that flash drive. And from that, you've got whatever music you want to listen to. Obviously, I like a little bit of my rock and roll, and off you go. You can play it, and off it starts. So it's a pretty good key to have. You may or may not know. I'm hoping that you have figured this out already. In your glove box. Where is that button there? Open up the glove box. Turn this over here. In the glove box area, so most of this has already been recorded. I don't have a lot of light here, but you'll see that there is a USB A plug connection here. Also a 128 gig, but we use this mostly for the video. The Sentry mode and the video for recording and capturing highlights and that. So we wanted to keep this separate USB drive for the music and strictly on that. And the benefit of that is, yeah, you know, I could pop the whole thing out. It's got a little key loop at the top if I wanted to take it into the office to use for something else. I could use that, put my files on there, take my music around with me. And 128 gig. I'll give you a breakdown of how many songs you can put on there, but it's really handy to have. The size is so small. I wish they would Type-C so that it would just universally fit right in without having the adapter, but that's just the way it is. So I would look into getting one of these. You can obviously buy anything you want from your local computer hardware store, and that with a USB-A type plug-in. But again, you know, we're sticking with Tesla, you know, for $30 or $40 on the website, 128 gig. All right, let's move on to the next accessory. So now we're getting down to the 3 last items. So let's just take this box right here. The Tesla design desktop supercharger. So this is not necessarily a Model Y need, but what it is a cool, looks like a supercharger stand, but really what it's used for is to charge up your devices online. And you see, there should be a cable in here somewhere for the connection. No, there isn't. So what we got here is, who knows? How does this work? Okay, no instructions, nothing else. Don't really know what I'm doing here. All we've got is this supercharger. So I opened up a good box, paid $45 for it, but I don't know what it is. It's cool. It does look like a supercharger station, but I feel like I might be missing something out of this. So we're gonna leave that there. I'm gonna look into it. Okay, so I'm back here. Listen, after about 20 minutes of farting around with this thing, I finally figured out how it works. So it doesn't come with any cables or anything for that matter. It's just a showpiece to put on your desk. So to get this thing to work, you gotta actually pull off the bottom, and then this section here actually pops off. I probably won't be able to get it this time, but this section, holy moly, comes out like so. And you take your iPad or your iPhone. I use an iPhone here, so you take your iPhone cable, and what I would do is you pre-measure it so that that fits into the bottom, loops around on the inside, tucks up under, slides down the side like so, gets into the aluminum sleeve. Nice that they're aluminum at least. Tucks down to the bottom, and you're back in. And then once you've finished that, you take the top section, you close it off, snap the top in first, push down at the bottom, got it in. This sticks out the back, the bottom part, the casing, goes back on. Yes, hold on a second. This thing slides inside like so. Slide that back on, boom, sits in nicely. And then what you can do is with the cable part, you actually just tuck it up on the inside so it sits like a supercharger. This end obviously plugs into your computer or whatever you want to charge up. This end then, once you're ready to go, pops out, comes down, plugs in to the bottom of your iPhone, and you've got a supercharger for your iPhone, which is pretty cool. And or you can use it for your Samsung or other devices, which is pretty neat. Also on this one, if you want to make this permanent, you can peel back the adhesive tape at the bottom and stick it to any surface you want. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it mounted on the floor or on the side. But I do like how it sits in, and it makes it look like a supercharging loop. If the iPhone cable was black, it would look even better because the supercharger cables are black on the inside. Then we're going to go into our next box. What the heck? We have another tumbler? Did they send us two? So it looks like, let's go away. Tesla may have made a mistake and sent us another tumbler. So this is another drinking. It's Tesla written on the side. This is interesting. So we're going to pop this in the car anyways, and then you'll be able to see what it looks like with two. Side by side. This is cool. So I don't know if I should be sending this back to Tesla. There's one. And there's two. His and hers Tesla drink tumblers. The last one we've got here. Got an official Tesla hat. Okay, so these things, as you know, I wear this cap here all the time. And there we go. We've got the Tesla on there. We've got the nice logo at the top, as well as the logo at the back, and it's gonna match my car here. So listen guys, I hope you liked the accessory video. Comment below, and please like and subscribe. We're trying to get to a few more viewers on this channel, and you know all about the supercharging network and everything out like that. Listen guys, be safe and have a nice day.